Written in these walls are the stories that I can't explain.
Hello everyone, I'm Anushka Parashar and today I've gotten this golden opportunity to have a conversation with our beloved Vice Chancellor, Professor Ganesh. So, hello sir, how are you first of all?
Doing fine.
How's your health?
So far, so good.
That's great to hear. So, first of all, let's start from the beginning and learn how you became the Vice Chancellor of IFHE. We would love to if you could tell us about the role you took in terms of your previous positions.
I think I've already shared openly that I've worked in IIT Madras before coming here. So that was a good long period of over 3 decades there. I retired in 2020 and I was relieved in 2021. And I was serving as the advisor to the president of SRM University for some time. When one of my old friends, who is associated with the IFHE here, and who is also a member of the board of governors of IIT Madras. So he had a chat and said, LSG, why don't you, would you consider coming and helping us? So it's a private university. So that was the start. I said, okay. And it took some time because over the last about 4 years, I've been suffering severe injuries on my legs. They don't heal fast because of my diabetic history. But in fact, at that time, I was injured badly on my left hand. I went through a long period of severe pain. And then it closed, and I, in fact, sent the photographs of the wound to these people saying that I'm not trying to dodge you, but this is the situation why I'm not able to travel this time. But they also understood this. So when things happened, I took the interview here, met with some of the key people, and 1st September 2022, I took charge as the Vice Chancellor.
So grateful that you're hale and hearty over here. So that,
as I said, so far so good.
Yeah.
I won't say hale and hearty. I'm alive and kicking.
Yeah. So my next question would be, how have you seen the institution evolve under your leadership, both in terms of academics and student culture?
I'm not sure whether the institution evolved because of my leadership. I should be humble enough to say that it has evolved despite my leadership, if there was leadership. But I can tell you that yes, I've tried to contribute in my own ways and certain things and certain aspects of the institution's journey. If you look at it from the point of view of structure, again, there are certain structures that have come into the institution. There are new offices that have been established correctly, so and which I would also completely agree with. Today, I'm very proud that the institution, all of us can be proud that the institution has an office of a dean who is dealing with international accreditations and collaborations. The functioning of some of the offices definitely would have changed across time. That's why I said you can't say because of me. I would say it's a part of the flow. Question is, have I helped in some way? Yes. Did I bring in some changes to a certain extent? So, for example, if you look at the doctoral research program, at the time I came in the first few months, I realized that at least in IBS, because I can't comment about the doctoral program in IFI Tech and IFI Law, limited knowledge. But IBS, yes, because I participated in some of the meetings here. At that time, there was a strong, practice of multiple regression. And I got the feeling, the question, why is almost every research scholar resorting to multiple regression as they do? So, not that multiple regression is bad, But the point is, when we do research, there's a whole variety of research. And I also noticed that the accent on qualitative research is yet to become strong enough, even today. It will, probably in due course, it will. So still there's a heavy reliance on hard numerical database, such where the data comes from is a different point. So that I would say is a useful change in the way research is conducted. Other than the structural changes, the institute has also handed out some new relationships with some of the institutions here and abroad. And I would say, in my opinion, one of the changes which I hope we stick is, and I'm confident that this is true, I'm confident that a colleague, a faculty member who is young should not fear the Vice Chancellor. That will be the worst thing to happen in an institution. I must not operate on the basis of fear. And I feel any leader who operates an educational institution on the basis of fear is a total misfit. You should operate out of respect for the other person. You need not agree with the other person. That's a different point. But you have to respect the other person, which I have done on this. I'm not certain that anybody would say I'm disrespectful. Not only my colleagues, I'm sure even students or even the security guards or housekeeping staff here will definitely accept that. Here's a guy who was decent enough to acknowledge your existence. So that is something I'm proud of.
Looking back at your time as Vice Chancellor, what are your moments or the achievements that you most proud?
I've already answered a part of this. See, I can't call something as an achievement. Achievement, one, in a softer way, is I can claim that people are now less frightened of the Vice, which is an achievement because it's a major cultural shift. Are you understand?
Yes.
Okay, it's a cultural. And there is a certain degree of transparency in the way I operate. So I've held my integrity. That's an achievement. It ties in with what I said earlier. My biggest challenge is people. Okay, in that sense, and at least I've brought some level of observation among all the people that you can voice a problem which you perceive to be. You're being right or wrong is a different matter. Okay. The other thing is, I observed that the penalty system here was a little skewed. For example, a student coming late to the campus was classified as a major violation. Now, I wouldn't classify that as a major violation. Are you understand? Major violations are other things. For example, academic violations are very major because they go against the dharma of the school. Okay, so violation of dharma is a major violation. The other violations are relatively lower, but I won't call them major. A student drinking alcohol and coming to the campus was classified as a major violation. I would accept that because of the way we have defined the discipline. Yeah, I think it's defined, it's informed, and still people die. So, smoking cigarettes or possession of cigarettes is classified as a major violation. So, given the specification, yes, it's a major violation. Am I against somebody smoking or drinking? Well, I would adversely criticize somebody who smokes or drinking because I don't smoke or drink. But I'm not against your smoking or drinking. In fact, I've told students quite a few times, you can smoke yourself to death, you can drink yourself to death. It's your botheration. But I wouldn't advise you to do it. And don't do this in a 19th century temple. It's a temple in which you are. So don't do that. So I've given a simple principle. Whatever you will not do in your puja room in your home, don't do it in this 19th century campus. It's a very simple principle. Anybody can follow it. If you want to drink, go outside and drink yourself to death. You want to smoke, you smoke yourself to death. Don't do it.
I agree.
So your freedom is not lost. And the institution's sanctity is also protected. So what's wrong with that?
Any particular initiative or project that you started and you hope that the college follows?
It has started in a very, I would say, very nascent stage, and there's a way to go. And I was very serious about it. I believe that our institution deserves a lot of electronic displays at different strategic locations. Because I'm talking from the point of view of educational effectiveness. Okay? Because those displays can be used to play very potent videos which are run and which will be viewed by the students at different points in time. And it sustains an intellectual atmosphere in the institution. I would say we're at a very, very, very early stage. The attempt to put the central display was a part of that. But how it can grow is something to be taken up. Okay? But I believe my estimate is that for that whole system to become functional, in the sense that I would like it to be functional, okay, it's going to take at least 5 years. Variety of reasons. But that's in engineering we have something called natural frequency. In physics we use the term natural frequency. Institutions have their natural frequency. And here the frequency is rather slow.